Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube free pick video, and today I have the three best plays for the Lakers Thunder Sunday game. This is going to be a super great game. I'm super hyped for it. I'm a Lakers fan. This is a must-win game for the Lakers to kind of keep their third place rank, especially with how tight the West is. But this should be a really good game for both teams. And before we get into those three picks, two things. First of all, if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe down below. I'm posting NBA free picks every single day for the rest of the regular season, and then obviously going into the playoffs. And make sure to share this video with a friend. Leave a like. Again, I'm trying to build a community on this YouTube channel, so it would really help if you could share this with some of your boys. And then this next thing is, if you are new to DFS and new to betting in general, there are a couple of apps that you need to sign up for. These are the best ways to make money off the rip, off the start. These deposit bonuses, free squares, discounts that they're going to give you are the best way to already be a profitable bettor. So the first app is Chalkboard Fantasy. I would say this is my favorite app out of the three. I love it for a couple of reasons. The first reason is you're going to get a 100% deposit match up to $500 with my promo code dollars. You have to use my promo code in the sign-in screen. Once you use my promo code, you're going to get that 100% deposit match. Plus, you'll get Shea Gilgeous-Alexander for only half a point. And the great thing about Chalkboard is they are expanding and they are reaching to new states. So for example, they are now available in 14 new states, two of them being New York and Florida. So those are two huge markets for them, and there are a ton of people who have been wanting to bet on Chalkboard for a long time. So if you're in New York and Florida, definitely get on this app. Also a ton more states. You can check it out. It's super easy. And I also love Chalkboard because they run a ton of discounts every single day, and they have alternate lines, so it gives you more options as a user. You can take, for example, LeBron for 20 points instead of his regular line at 25.5 or 25 points, so it gives you more options as a user. So Chalkboard is my favorite app. Definitely got to get on that. The next app is Sleeper Fantasy. You're also going to get a $500 deposit match, again with promo code dollars, and you're going to get in on all three of these promos. For example, Shea for just half a point as soon as you sign up. You're going to get in on this promo, which is play $5, get $55 for free. So that's $55 in free money after your first entry pretty much. And then they also run a ton of protected picks every single week, plus a ton of discounts. I love Sleeper. They're another really good app. And then the last app is going to be Betr. They're going to give you a $250 deposit match, and your first entry is on them, win or lose. So you get a risk-free entry up to $250. Take full advantage of that. That's probably one of the best promos, honestly, out of all three of these. That is so huge, and you'll get Shea for just half a point. So again, guys, if you're new to DFS, if you're new to betting in general, you want to take full advantage of all of these promos. This is the best way to be profitable from the start. What you don't want to do is start betting not knowing what you're doing, and you've already lost the opportunity of all these free squares, right? So that's why it's so good to sign up for as many apps as you can, so you can get all these bonuses from the start, all these free squares, and be profitable. All right, let's do a quick little recap from how the Saturday slate went. These were the three plays I gave out in yesterday's video. OG Anunoby over 1.5 threes, that cashed. Dante DiVincenzo over 3.5 field goals made. That one also cashed. This Hawks game was just ridiculous. I watched a little bit of the second and third quarter, and I don't think I saw New York miss a single shot. It was just absolutely ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen them play that well on offense, especially without Jalen Brunson. So it's just super unfortunate. Dyson Daniels, it wasn't even his fault. He had 2 offensive boards, so that was actually really good. He just didn't grab any defensive boards. Half the team didn't grab any defensive boards at all because there were none to grab, right? The Knicks were making just every single shot. So, stuff like that does happen when a team is on fire. They were also blowing them out. So stuff like that does happen. We just have to move on. All right, let's get into the 3 picks for today, looking to bounce back for this game. This is the first play. LeBron Over 5.5 boards. This play is my favorite play, probably I'd say out of the three. He's over this in 70% of games this season, but more importantly, he gets an OKC team where, look at this, he's over in his last 6 straight games versus them, right? And my thinking is I'm looking at defensive matchups. LeBron's probably going to be on either Lou Dort, Chet, or Isaiah Hartenstein. One of those three. Really depends what lineup that the Thunder run and what lineup the Lakers run. But he is going to be on 3 guys who are not very ball dominant, where he's not contesting a ton of shots like Shea or J-Dub. So he's going to get plenty of opportunities to grab rebounds on the weak side and just grabbing rebounds in general. And he's gone over this line a ton versus OKC, which shows that this trend kind of works. Over this in 70% of games, 7 out of his last 10. And I think the reason this line is so low is because he had 0 versus the Pelicans. That's just an outlier game. Guys, those are sometimes the best opportunities to take advantage because the books will overreact. People in general will overreact, say, hey, LeBron only got 0 rebounds. There's no way he's going to be able to get 5 or 6, right? But he has gone over this in 70% of games this season. That's why I don't really like to look at the last 5. I don't think it's a good way to make your picks. Prizepicks, I know that they offer that. And if you're new to betting, a lot of people do just look at the last 5. That is probably one of the worst ways to make your picks because the last 5 would indicate, hey, I'm going to take his under. But if you look at the season in total, he's over in 70% of games, right? So just you have to look at the big picture and matchups for a lot of these players. Another thing is OKC. They are in the bottom third for defending or allowing rebounds to power forwards. So again, this is a really good matchup for LeBron. I really, really like it. The next play, Shea over. We're going to take 5.5 assists. This is going to be his alt line. He's over this in 60% of games this season, over in his last 8 of 10, which is really, really good. And versus the Lakers this season, he had 9 and then he had 4. So, 4 is actually from last season. So this season he had 9. So again, the Lakers, they do not have good primary defenders, right? They got rid of AD, but they also got rid of Max Christie, who was probably their best on-ball defender. So I'm expecting them to double him a lot. That's what they did with Jokic when they really didn't have anyone to guard him. They just sent a ton of doubles at him. I'm expecting them to do the same thing with Shea, send a ton of doubles. And Shea is a really good passer. He's a score-first player, but in general, he is a good passer when he needs to pass. So I think that he's going to be able to clear this assist line super, super easily. And specifically, the Lakers, they are really bad at defending point guards versus assists. They're ranking 28th worst. So this line should be money. The last play, Cason Wallace over half a 3-point make. Right here, he's over this in 70% of games this season. Pinnacle, which is probably one of the sharpest books out there, has this minus 216. So this is a really, really good play. He's also over this in 87% of his last 15 games. But the reason I love this play so much is it correlates perfectly with the Shea play because Shea and Cason Wallace, a lot of his shots are off of Shea getting doubled and him getting wide open looks. So if Cason Wallace hits 1-3, Shea is most likely going to get the assist for that. Or if you want to think about it the other way, if Shea goes over, Cason Wallace is most likely going to go over. And he's been really, really good this season. So again, I don't know if he might even start for tomorrow's game if the Thunder run small. But even if he's coming off the bench, he should be able to get this really, really easily. So again, guys, those are the 3 plays for today. Here are all 3 of them. You can take a screenshot. You can lock it in immediately. It's totally up to you. As soon as you're seeing this video, make sure to lock in this play, though, because the value will change by the morning. The payout will change, if not also the lines. So you definitely want to lock it in as soon as the lines drop, as soon as this video drops, so you can get the best value on all 3 of these plays. All right, guys. That's it for today's video. I'm super excited for this game. I hope you guys are also super excited for this game. If you're a Lakers or OKC fan or just an NBA fan in general, I think it's going to be a really good game. And then these are 3 plays you can make some money. Definitely leave a like, subscribe if you are new, share this video with a friend. I'll see you guys back tomorrow.